Let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Kaushal. I'm the dentist at the Community Healthcare Center. Actually, I serve two jobs. I serve as a dental director there as well. So we'll be talking about a little bit about the dental field, what it entails, how to become a dentist, RDA, or a dental hygienist, and what kind of work we do all day. So let's move on. What does it take to be a dentist? First thing first is you need to graduate to high school with a very good GPA, then attend college at least for 8 years. That includes your bachelor's and a graduate degree. Then you do need to pass your national and state board exams. And after that, the fun part begins when every year you get to travel to earn your CE, continuing education points for your licensure. And to be honest with you, that's the best part of being in the medical field. Let's move on. Okay, so where did I in person get my education? I actually graduated with Bachelor's of Dental Surgery as my bachelor's degree actually from India. And then I did my Doctor of Dental Surgery. That was a graduate school back in Virginia from Virginia Commonwealth University. How was my college life? Not necessarily stressful like the picture says. To be honest, it was a lot of fun, a lot of hard work. There was times where I had to be up all night studying for my exams and stuff. But I'll tell you something, the college life was one of the most fun parts. And if given a chance, I would do it all over again. And definitely the clinical part, I loved being in the clinics, I loved being in the hospital, and I loved doing patient care. So if that's something you like to do, you like to serve the people, and definitely consider dentistry. Where can I work as a dentist? I could have joined armed forces. That's one of the options. Actually, if some of you want to join armed forces and they already know that they want to do that, you can actually work as a dentist in armed forces. And if I'm not wrong, then they actually pay for your college and they support with a lot of scholarships if that's something you're interested in. You can also work in public healthcare center, like the one we work at. A public healthcare dentist like me is actually a dental professional who works in the public sector and improves access to dental care. So most of the patients which I usually see are underserved people who do not have health insurance or they have lack of means. So we do provide some free or reduced cost dental clinics, dental education, and we do provide some good facility without charging them a lot of money. So if that's something you're looking forward to, you can always work in a public health center or a community healthcare center like we do. That's actually a picture of our healthcare center right there. Moving on. You can also work in a corporate dental setting if that's something you like. You will probably find DSOs or these corporate settings in every small city, every big town. So if you're more interested in working for a corporate practice like that, that's also an option. Or the best of both worlds, you can actually open up your own office. Then you can be your own boss. You can hire your own team. You can hire your own professionals to work with and own a business. So that's the business side of it, that you can own a business and be a healthcare provider and be a business owner. So that's also an option. What does dentist do all day? I think that video won't play. That's okay. And I'll just tell you what we really do in the clinic. So we do help a lot of kids keep a healthy smile. We do fix a lot of broken teeth which get into trouble. And it does get even better. So we do part surgery. We do take out the infected teeth. So you are doing some aesthetic work, you're doing some artwork where you're fixing teeth, you're doing some surgical work where you're actually taking out the infected teeth, or you're actually doing some restorative work where you actually can do something like root canals, implants, and the list goes on. You can also be doing some of these stuff where people, older people who have actually lost their teeth, you can actually help them get back um, with dentures, or you can do some fixed partial dentures. I'm not going to use a lot of medical terms here, but basically, you can fix the broken teeth, you can take the infected teeth out, you can replace the missing teeth, you can restore people's confidence in their smile, in their well being, and a lot more. Moving on, who helps me survive my day? So there's a lot of people on my team. It's not only me who work by himself. So I'll let my assistant go first. So Tremaine will be next.
Hey y'all. As I said, my name is Tremaine and I'm a dental assistant. Been assisting for 3 years. 2 of those years, I believe, are with Dr. Koshel. How can I become a dental assistant? I went to Vernon College here in town, and it was about an 8-month program. We went to different sites, got hands-on experience, and also just practice on each other, trying to get more personable. School can be for 2 weeks or 1 year, depending on your program. Then every year, I have to make sure I keep up with what I need to be doing. So I get about 6 hours of credits to keep my license updated. What do I do at work all day? I set up instruments for the dentist. Say we have a procedure coming in, I'll make sure I go through all my list, make sure I have exactly what I need, so that if he asks for something, I don't have to run away. I can just go behind me and it's right there. I'll work in the sterilization area to ensure all instruments are sterile. Each morning we come in, we get our area ready, make sure that our instruments are going in the machine that you see in the picture there, make sure that everything is sterile, make sure that we're just doing what we need to be doing to make sure patients and we stay safe. I also take a lot of x-rays. There's different types of x-rays we can take that you see in these pictures here. We try to do it in one shot. We definitely don't want to make sure that we expose the patient. We don't want to do that to them. So we just try to be careful. Like I said, we keep up with our C's, so that helps with that. And just take a lot of x-rays. Assistants do all patient triage and charting. So I take vitals, like your blood pressure, your temperatures, make sure everything is good there. Also do like treatment plans for each and every patient that comes through the door. Make sure that we're on track. Every patient has a treatment plan, so there's no second guessing. As soon as they come in the door, boom, you need all your teeth extracted or fillings done. If you get special certification, you can also do polishing and sealants and also do simple cleanings and stuff like that. But yeah, the more you stay in the career, I think after 2 years, you can get certified to do polishing and sealants and stuff like that. Where can you work? Anywhere the dentist works. So yeah, anywhere there's a dentist, there's a good chance that you can have a job working for him or her, them. Is dental assisting for you? That's a good question. It's not for everybody, but I mean, if you really like being a servant to your community, if you really like being hands-on, seeing different things each day, I see different things every day. So it's really exciting. Who else is on the dental team? Dental hygienist.
Thank you, Tremaine.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ashley Eubanks. I've been with the clinic for 12 years, 16 of those, 16 total doing hygiene. What does it take to become a hygienist? Okay, you can have a minimum associate's degree, bachelor's and master's. Master's if you want to go on to do teaching. I was able to get a bachelor's degree here at Midwestern. You have to pass a state and national board exam, which was very, very stressful. You have to take 12 CEs per year for licensure. Some you can get in class, some you can do just on your computer. So, you know, it makes it where it's a lot easier. You can travel places like Dr. Kaushal was talking about. So there's a lot of options there. Where can you go to school? These are some different hygiene schools, but like I said, I went to Midwestern, so MSU had a fantastic chairman there, Dr. Du Bois, who was fantastic. And they just built a new school, so it's very state of the art, and they have a very nice facility there. What is school like? This picture shows kind of what it's like. You have your own little cubicles that you work out of. Once you get done with the patient, your professor comes over and sits down and kind of checks everything. You have weekly tests that can be very stressful. They come in. You have to have certain classifications. Some patients that have not too much buildup, then you have patients that have a lot of buildup. So those patients can be very, very hard, but you learn a lot. You learn a lot from those patients. This is just a classroom picture. The classroom, starting hygiene, that was like your first semester. It was all classroom, and you felt like you had had enough by the time that semester was over. What does a hygienist do? So we can take x-rays, educate the public, place fluoride on the teeth at the end of the appointment. We can place sealants, triage the patient, evaluate the health of the gums and bone, educate patients on oral health and nutrition, polish the teeth, scale off deposits. So that's going to be a lot of times like on the back sides of your lower teeth. If you can feel something that doesn't feel like it's been there forever, something new, then that's going to be these deposits that we're talking about. And then gingival health maintenance. Okay, this is a picture of the deposits. So this is more stain that you see, like the brown here, which is my least favorite thing to clean off of patients' teeth. It's not fun. It takes forever. Our job is not for those with the weak stomach. So get ready for some of these pictures. You will see many different mouths with a lot of buildup. Okay, like y'all are probably grossing out right now, but I actually like to see this stuff. So I don't know, I'm kind of weird like that, I guess, but that's part of being a hygienist. You will see a lot of blood in all dental procedures. You must protect yourself. And that is very important now that we're dealing with COVID. So we have to wear the N95 mask, which are a thicker mask than we are usually use. We usually use like the surgical mask, and then we do a face shield like the first picture shows. Then we have all of our PPE, like this little boy over here. He's fully got the PPE on. If you want to work in dentistry, you need to like people. That's for sure, because you're going to be dealing with all different sorts of people. People that are very appreciative for what you do. And then you're going to deal with people that do not want to be there, and they will find anything and everything wrong. So you just gonna have to keep a happy face, be polite, and just do your job. Your day will center around patient comfort and satisfaction. Like I said, you do have to really care about your patients, and the more you get to be around them, the more they become like family. We also have a little fun in the office, and here's part of our dental team with the PPE on that we were talking about, and then just come join the dental field. And that's the end of the presentation.
Okay, so let's turn the presentation off. There we go. Okay. So we'll take questions now. So one of the first questions we have is, what is the earning potential for this career field? So if each of you could just share in your different career fields, what the potential earnings could be for the kids that are viewing.
Well, I know for hygiene, like when I started, like I said, it was 16 years ago, it was around 22 an hour. So that's went up. You know, once you've been doing it for a while, you can get closer to 40. Now, if you go to like the Metroplex area, you can make more, but it also costs more, you know, to live there. So I feel like it's a good, you know, it's just fine to live here and make less because it's less to live here.
For assisting, you start out in this area around around like 10 or 12 is how you start out.
All right. For a dentist, I would say it varies on place you're working. So I would say a good startup point would be 150,000 a year. It can go up to 200,000 or 300,000, and you can even make more if you own your own practice. I know dentists who make almost $500,000 a year, depending on what kind of practice they have, depending on what kind of clinic you work in. I mean, if you work a salary job, or if you're working on a production in a corporate, or if you have your own practice. So it'll depend on those factors. But I would say at a minimum, you would be looking at somewhere in between 100 to 150,000 at the least. And you can always go up from there.
Okay, another question we have is, what's the worst part about being a dentist?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't know. I love my profession. To be honest with you, like I was very young when I decided to be a dentist. I think around 17 when I decided to be. The worst part about being a dentist, I would say, is sometimes you get one of those patients who are very unappreciative. You still have to keep your calm when you get those patients. You still have to deal with them. You still have to help them. You cannot be mean to them, even though they are mean to you. So that probably would be the worst part, I would say.
Okay, and another question we had was, what does triage mean?
Triage means taking vitals. You have to ask them their name, their birthday. It's basically all the information that you get to verify that that person is who they say they are. Plus, like I said, the vitals and stuff like that earlier. And by vitals, I mean like their blood pressure, their temperature, O2 levels, or oxygen levels. Yeah.
Okay, another question. Would you tell us about an experience where a personal connection with coworkers or team workers helped you be successful in your work? So you guys work together every day, all day long. How does that work for you guys?
Oh. Well, everyone, when you work like in the type of office we work in, you have to communicate. So you communicate and you help each other out. And they know like if something's going on personally, so we're able to help each other personal too, meaning that they become a family, like a second family to you. And it's just a good place. It's like our place is fantastic. I know not all offices, you know, you have some issues with certain people, but we've got a great group, and it's just a wonderful experience to work where we work. So when you find that type of place, you want to stay there. So hopefully y'all will be able to find a good spot too whenever y'all get into the work field.
Okay, thank you very much for being with us today. And that's the end of the session.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.